Welcome back to the Core Cars News Tech Lab. Today we're going to be diving into the top cable networks I think will be shutting down in 2025. From the time I'm recording this, we're just a little over a week out from 2025 finally being here. It's hard to believe. And a lot has happened in 2024 to impact the world of cable television. And because of that, I'm updating once again my list of the cable networks I think are most likely to shut down and why. I'll break this all down in a quick second. First though, if you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button or hitting that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so YouTube recommends our videos to more people. It really does help us. Hopefully it helps you break free from the high cost of TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. By videos like this every day, plus Monday through Friday, breaking down the news in the world of cord cutting. All right, let's dive into it. Starting off with Paramount. Now, Paramount is actually, I think, the most threatened group of cable channels out there. I honestly believe that if it wasn't for the fact that they're in the process of merging with Skydance Media, some of these networks would probably have shut down in 2024. I put those predictions, but because of the merger that's pending right now between Paramount and Skydance Media, that would see Skydance Media's leadership team take over Paramount. I think Paramount's kind of put the hold on any major changes. You don't want to kind of rock the boat on a merger that's not finalized yet. But both Paramount's leadership has made clear that they're making cuts in its cable networks, and it has, but not shutting anything down. But Skydance's new leadership has signaled they intend to make even bigger cuts, more strong cuts. There's two groups of channels I think are most likely to shut down. Those are some of the smaller MTV channels like MTV2, MTV Classics, and the like, and the smaller BET network channels. Now, this comes as BET has gone up for sale several times and failed to actually be sold. And MTV actually made big cuts recently. They just announced that they're going to kind of turn it into huge blocks of reruns for Friends and The Big Bang Theory. I love Friends. I love The Big Bang Theory. It doesn't strike me as very MTV-esque content. Well, yes, they have run non-MTV programming in the past. Most of its content has maintained, even when it went away from music, to an MTV original content, The Maid, all those kind of stuff that was content created specifically for MTV. But now, this is just turning into another rerun channel of old stuff that used to air on CBS and other networks. We'll see how this all plays out, but because of that, I anticipate like some of those smaller ones to be shut down. Same with BET. There's many smaller networks that are not doing very good in the ratings. Look for those to shut down. Not necessarily the main MTV or the main BET channel, but definitely trimming some of those, the number 2s, the number 3 type channels. The other big network I think is going to shut down is Boomerang. Now, Boomerang is owned by Warner Bros. Discovery, who has also been making big cuts. They recently announced that they're separating their cable networks from their streaming business. They're separating everything out. Many have reported speculation that they intend to divide the company into two parts, much like NBC Universal has announced they intend to do, with Comcast spinning out many of its cable networks, including Sci-Fi USA Network, MSNBC, CNBC, and the like, into an independent company no longer part of the main one. Speculation Warner Bros. Discovery will do the same next year once they finalize splitting things out. It may even sell with one or two of the channels. Boomerang, I think, is one of the most vulnerable right now. Warner Bros. Discovery has a pact with MeTV, which it's a joint partnership to have MeTV Tunes, a free over-the-air TV network, also on several paid streaming services. And they say at some point, we'll see, it's been months since they announced this and nothing's happened, a free ad-supported channel on ad-free streaming services. So far, nothing has come from that. But with a lot of the best Boomerang content now free on MeTV Tunes, it has raised the question of why have two competing channels, one free on over-the-air TV and on many cable networks, and then Boomerang. I think Boomerang is definitely very primed to be going away or rebranded into another sports network. We'll have to keep a close eye on that. Doesn't mean the channel will fully go away. It could just be changed into something different. I'll have to really watch that closely. The other is Disney. Disney has agreed to some stuff that actually shocked me. Spectrum no longer carries some Disney channels like FXX. It would not surprise me at all if we see FXX kind of become a thing of the past. Increasingly, they're trying very hard to grow the Hulu brand And with that, I wouldn't be surprised to say stuff that would have aired on FXX in the past now move over to Hulu. Why is that? Very simple, that Hulu they're trying to beef it up, even though they're still trying to figure out the payment to Comcast. Hulu's now owned by Disney, and increasingly a lot of the FX branded content is now going into Hulu. Raises the question, why have two FX channels? When many cable companies have been increasingly uninterested in carrying those channels, why not shut it down? It does cost some money, and push people to Hulu for all those reruns of old movies and the like. Keep a close eye on that, but of all the Disney channels, I think that's the one that is most likely to shut down. And then followed by Freeform. Now, Freeform has kind of had a long history. It's been the Family Channel, Fox Family, ABC Family, now Freeform. It was also dropped by Spectrum recently, and word is maybe by others in the future. That raises the question, with its key demographic being young women who are increasingly turning off cable TV in general and going to on-demand services like Disney Plus and Hulu, for example, why have it? Either I predict two things. I would not be surprised at all to see it rebranded into something different or refocused, much like the CW has gone and refocused into a sports and they say more reality programs coming in the future. To see Freeform reformatted or just eliminated altogether. Now, all these channels could go a few ways. They could be rebranded as something different. True TV was recently rebranded as mostly a sports network now. And we could see others do that. But it would not surprise me to see a couple of these networks just straight off just evaporate. Just, hey, like G4 TV did, just one day said goodbye. As advertising dollars fall, subscription revenue drops, there's just not enough money to keep all these channels going. Getting rid of some channels allows them to get the same amount of money for having fewer channels. Don't expect your cable package to become cheaper just because of them cutting channels. I think they'll try to have the same number or same revenue. You pay the same amount for all their channels, just offer you less for it. It's kind of like when you go to the grocery store. If you notice that sometimes some packets have less in them, it feels like not that long ago when I bought an Oreo package, the entire Oreo package was solid full. There was no gaps in each row. Now I open a package and there's gaps where you get, rolls used to be. Toilet paper. If you ever noticed toilet paper rolls, how wide they are is the same, but how tall they are they're a little bit smaller. They don't fill the width of the roll on your wall dispenser like they used to. Increasingly, we're seeing that become more and more common. Leave me a comment. Let me know what cable networks you think will be most likely to shut down in 2025. I think we're going to have a very interesting year. I think we're now going to see cable networks, but many smaller cable TV companies shut down their TV services to mostly focus on phone and internet. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. If you're watching this in 2025 and some of these became a reality, leave me a comment, let me know. Maybe none of them will, but I do think these are the ones that are most vulnerable in 2025, though maybe we'll be surprised and some other networks will pop up that we didn't expect. Until then, take care, be safe, have a great day, everybody. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up. We really do appreciate it. Take care.